We're playing Cucina Stellata Starred Cuisine. It's a horror game. A food horror game. 19th century, somewhere in the countryside of Romagna, Italy. I probably butchered that name. Aliens. It was aliens. Great harm comes to those who let themselves be conquered by wine. Little by little, they grow nauseated by food and find nourishment almost entirely in the drink. Thus, they degrade themselves in the eyes of the world, becoming ridiculous, dangerous, and beastly. Pellegrino Artusi. Okay, W to move forward, and then to turn, volume or exit, escape, interact. Okay, sounds good. Well, add oil to the pan. Wait, is that the oil? Maybe not. Is that the oil? Oil. There we go. Oil. Okay. Chop the onion, carrot, and celery and add them to the pan. Onion. Oh. Celery. Celery, carrot. And add them to the pan. Okay. Chop the meat and add it to the pan. Okay. What kind of meat is this? What are we cooking? Good looking. Pour the red wine into the pan. Oh, is that the red wine? Oh. Grab the tomato sauce from the shelf and add it to the pan. Tomato sauce. Oh. Place the tortellini in the pot. Where is that? Oh, is that this? I couldn't tell what that was. Right in the notebook, okay? That one? They say that curiosity is a dangerous trap, leading man into abysses from which he can never return. It is the same hypocritical world which claims not to care about food that makes no civil or religious celebration without eventually spreading the tablecloth and trying to eat as heartily as possible. Therefore, I say, always choose for your raw materials the finest goods, for these will make an impression. And if this precious fruit, of who knows where origin, is as rare as I believe, it must cost as much or even more than truffles. But caution must be exercised, with hope and fervor, for hidden prayers already hold future sorrow. I am repulsed by witnessing, as they say, the desecration of God's grace, yet indulgence and appetite are too great. What? Okay. We're very philosophical about our food and ethicalities. Add the tortellini to the pan. Place the dish. Eat. I wish cooking was that easy. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Food is spiritual. Fair. Meals like these make me feel like a neophyte in the kitchen and in the art of tasting. Not only the quality, but the sheer delight leaves me astonished and my dreams fulfilled. Its sauce blends with so many dishes, keeping such excellent company that it's worth the effort to satisfy every curiosity and rekindle the fire and the stoves, to get back to work and plunge like a deep-sea diver in search of the goodness and beauty I adore. I often say that one should only return to food when the stomach persistently cries out for help. Yet I inherited almost unbridled erotic instincts from nature, at times nearly ruining my health and everything else. Moreover, if man neither craved food nor experienced sexual stimulation, the human race would soon perish. So here I am again. Casseroles, pots, and lids, open your legs, aromas of the undergrowth, sautés and braids of garlic, for I have returned amongst you. Uh-huh. Tell us more. Grab the onion, carrot, and celery from the shelf and add them to the pot. Okay. Add oil to the pan. Okay. Grab the onion, carrot, and celery from the shelf, chop them, and add them to the pan. Okay. Let's chop them up. Gotta do the cooking by the book. You know that song? You guys know that song? Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. Okay, I'm guessing the cellar's over here. Wait a minute. Is that an alien? Am I eating an alien? I've already eaten a part of his foot and leg. Oh! Why do you gotta do it like that? Why don't you... Can we like cauterize the wound or something to keep him alive? Or maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Alien sushi? Return to the kitchen and close the door. Oh, right. Let's shut that. Place meat on the cutting board and dust it with flour. Add the meat to the pan. Pour the broth from the pot into the pan. Pour tomato sauce into the pan. Write in the notebook. Okay, here we go again. Our deep thoughts. I quiver in anticipation and can barely restrain my restless, twitching finger that ceaselessly torments my beard as if trying to spread the remnants of a flavor that once passed through it. It is neither sweet nor bitter nor sour nor salty. Perhaps it isn't even a flavor, not really. It's a sensation, an enchanting shiver that sneaks into the mouth and throat. Something slimy and indefinable that leaves behind a brutal echo, an aftertaste that never fades. There's no way to describe it, for no words exist to define it. Plate the dish. Eat. So we're eating this alien guy. And transcending into alien euphoria. every time. It is certainly a flavor, but not one that human taste has ever experienced before, nor could it ever hope to savor. A shadow that does not exist on the world's taste buds and that seems to feed, alternately and contrary, on something within me. Even every other ingredient appears diseased, contaminated by its proximity, producing twisted fruits with a taste so warped that no one would dare try them, except those who, unbound by the dogmas and chains imposed by traditional cuisine, claim for themselves a flavor that is not of this world. It is like a painter's discovery of a new color or a chilling nuance, one that seems as though it had always been available, ignored in a remote corner of our darkened iris, atrophied, unaccustomed to surprise and unprepared for shock. So this guy found an alien, and his first reaction was, let me abduct this alien and eat it? Alive? that something's wrong. Add oil to the pan. Chop an onion and add it to the pan. Okay, just an onion. And we wonder why aliens won't talk to us. Okay, go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. Oh, he's still alive. Poor guy. Oh! Is that his liver? Maybe Akaris. I guess we'll find out, right? Let's cut the meat. I don't know what we took out. Possibly a weird liver. Wow, we've made like little meatball chunks with it. Go to the cellar, grab the white wine, and pour it into the pan. Okay, back to the cellar. Hey, buddy. You okay? What happened? Are you sleeping? I think we killed it. I think we killed it. Okay. Let's grab the white wine. Maybe it's for the best. Put it out of its misery, because that was kind of messed up. You know what I read the other day, guys, that I didn't know about? Did you know that they pinch the eyeballs off of female shrimp and prawns to prevent them from regulating their breeding hormones? And it's like pretty inhumane. Because they apparently, like, scientists have found that they become they don't know if it's like pain or what, but they definitely show signs of stress after their eyeballs are like torn off, their eye stalks. It's been shown that if they're at least anesthetized, like topically, then they don't show those signs of pain. But yeah, prawn and shrimp breeders pinch off the female's eyeballs and to keep them breeding more. Is really sad. Add broth to the pan, okay? Write in the notebook. Okay, let's see what we write. Once it was said that potage was man's fodder, but this one seems more like the fare of angels and devils, ogres, and Mazapagul. Magalasi and Marmacule. Spirits and essence of myth. I don't know what these words are. I feel my stomach gnashing its teeth, eagerly preparing for a bestial feast. I listen to the ancestral call of hunger and distinguish every word it utters. Now the palate, now the colon, now even the bile itself with its acidic tides, and still the shrieking taste buds singing their clear, piercing notes. As the pleasure unfolds, alas, a vortex rises from the depths of my innards, a force so impetuous, a spasmodic outburst that fills me with understanding and compassion for all those wild, primitive beasts ruled by passion and the violence of flesh. It's a soup? I don't know. I've never had that kind of soup. Chop the meat. Chop the meat? Oh, chop the meat. Got it. No, they will breed more if you pinch off their eye stalks, because their eye stalks regulate their breeding hormones to like give them like cycles basically for breeding. I read Wiki. Hormones for breeding are generated by the eye stalk, so if you remove the organ at the end, then the hormone organ gets more resources. It's like pruning some fruit so the others grow larger, except it's an animal. Yeah, exactly. Like if you want a bush to grow bigger, you're going to cut the flowers off because it puts a lot of energy into the flowers. But they're basically doing the opposite because they want them to keep breeding. So they stop the regulation of those hormones, yeah. Really sad, really sad. Okay, grab the bread from the shelf and slice it. All right. Slice some bread. See, this is bread. This is not toast. All that slicing for 2 pieces? Spread the meat on the bread, okay? Uh-huh. Plate the dish. Okay, what weird stuff do we have to say now? My word, certain laws lie hidden within the nature of taste, such that I could have never imagined. I feel every fiber of my body twisting and writhing, seized by a new sensation with every bite. For this flesh does not belong to the earth, nor does this flavor conform to the human order. After a single, meager taste, such is its power that all other food loses its usual virtues. Wine turns to water, bread crumbles into ash, and even the air seems laden with an imperceptible scent. Nothing washes away this shadow upon my tongue, as if my very bold body, were learning a new way to perceive the world, a way both wrong and forbidden. And yet, what is most terrifying, in the heart of this damp night, with my throat parched and my stomach emptying so swiftly, is that something inside me still longs for that flavor. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. Isn't it dead now? We're eating, like, what's now, like... Oh, God. It's, like, necrotic. I don't think we should... Oh! Oh, no! Oh! Oh, no. No way. I guess we're eating the brain. Right in the notebook. Should I close the door? Maybe let's keep it open. What misfortune, what ill-fated news, O wretched swamp, O foul quagmire, O unholy land that has sheltered me since I was a child. Have you no pity for your own children? You let no food stay wholesome for long, and this one, amongst all, so sweet and precious, you can barely stand abundance. A curse upon you. Yeah, I think that's the last of the meat. Go to the cellar, grab an egg, and place it into the bowl. Burgles. Okay, an egg. Add flour into the bowl. Okay. Add oil into the bowl. Cut the meat. Okay. Ah, yes. Brain meatballs. Coat the meat with the batter. Okay. Add oil to the pan. Add the meat to the pan. Write in the notebook. I cannot but entrust myself to fate. May this change in appearance and these vapors, despite the stench, enhance the flavor, as they do for grappus, seasoned cheeses, and cured meats. For I well know that spoiled foods at time hold unexpected effects. Wait, we're gonna eat a rotten brain? We're eating a rotten brain. Rotten brain meatballs. Here we go. Let's see what happens. You wake up in the bathroom. Oh my, okay. Quite a bit to read this time. Oh, this time the tasting was like a walk through the height of summer. A murky, tangled path through a flowering garden where the way was painted in color and breathed fragrances like a dream. In that vast and luminous expanse, it seemed as if the entire course of my life flowed before me. The path opened beneath an arc of dentate ivy. I made my way down a gorge through patches of light and shadow, stepping where the branches parted onto pools of golden mucosa. And beneath the trees on my left, indistinct blankets of pharyngeal primroses stretched out like a carpet. The air seemed to lay soft kisses upon my skin. From the deep belly of the wood came the cooing of wild doves, mingled with the warm, gastric gurgling of a welcoming brook. The ground there was so overlain with primroses that avoiding them was impossible, lost as they were in that digestive churn. The sweetness of the air and the green of the fronds, dripping with enzymatic liquors, almost filled me with reverence. At last I emerged from that garden through an orifice of hedges and brambles, sweaty and disheveled like a man, freshly torn from his mother's womb. What? Imagine someone leaving reviews like this for like restaurants on Yelp. That would be amazing. Are we gonna get more meat? We're gonna get... The meat is rotten. It's rotten. What are we doing? It's gone. Right in the notebook. Yeah, it must be like a drug, basically, that tastes really good. In the end, it has left me alone, yet a new energy surges within me, flowing from top to bottom, carried like a bolus deep into my most hidden bowels. I myself, it seems, am changed. It is the simplest explanation, and yet the wretchedest one. Thus, why shouldn't I have become a part of this splendid essence, a link in a metabolic chain that always finds its final rest in the vilest of excretions? Wait, am I gonna eat my. Am I gonna eat myself? Am I gonna eat myself? Use the bucket in the cell. Am I gonna. Am I gonna poop and eat the poop? Like a dog? Collect the feces. Chop the feces? Slice the bread? I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna vomit. Spread the feces on the bread. Plate the dish. Stop it. Stop it. Eat. No. The colors aren't quite right. They're kind of brown now. They're kind of gross looking. Oh no, what a catastrophe, a sharp, biting taste. Filthy as a guttered rag, a faded memory of its once pristine purity. Perhaps too diluted, the spirit of tastiness and delight has scattered along the way. Perhaps its graces and virtues have surrendered to the stomach, and from there to the flesh entirely. Nothing remains for me now but to surrender to one last attempt. Wait, the outside looks a little weird. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. Oh, okay, that's what I thought we were gonna do the first time. Yep. Yep. We're eating... I don't know what we chopped off just now, but we chopped off something. We seem to be doing okay somehow. We seem to have no pain. Add meat to the pan. Write in the notebook. I notice with a certain astonishment a twitch in my lashes and tears that blur my vision. And yet, by some cruel contradiction, my eyes burn like flames on dry stubble, scorched by their own dryness. Like earth cracked by drought, the very drought of the soul, which has already drained every last tear before it can fall. And thus it happens that, like who gazes too long upon the high sun, finding no haven in the shadow of night, I feel myself consumed by fire, without a single tear to quench the blaze. You can't stop yourself. You've been cursed. You've been cursed by eating the alien, and now you have to eat yourself, and you can't help it. Feel my vigor leaving me, yet I still breathe in the glory of the tasting. Little time remains, and I must make the most of it so that my final work may take shape. God, spirit, or devil, whoever you are, grant me one last fateful taste. Grant me but a thread of oil over this tepid pottage, my very life. What is pottage? What is pottage? Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. It's getting kind of dark. What's going on in the cellar? Looks a little weird. Oh, alien bro. Oh no. I actually really liked that. I don't know why I really liked it, but I actually really liked it. I don't know what to say, but it was great. I very much enjoyed. Actually really enjoyed it.